Good morning. My name is Lathika Pai, and with me today I have Arun Fernandez, who is the founder of Blink Foundation. Arun, good to have you here. Good to have you a part of Project Amplify. Project Amplify is a joint program by Microsoft and Accenture to help startups like Blink scale their platforms. Arun, tell us a little bit about yourself. Why did you start Blink Foundation?
Yeah. Good morning, Lathika, and good. Thanks for Microsoft and Accenture to give this wonderful opportunity and support. A great support we are getting through these ventures. And why I started Blink Foundation is Blink basically works with children. We call our product as D-learners, and D-learners is particularly working for children with specific learning disability, commonly known as dyslexia. So me being a dyslexic myself, and my journey was a very big roller coaster. I wanted to kind of make other children's journey at least to be a more easier one. That's the whole motivation which I've started with.
So as Blink Foundation, what is the platform that you have built? Because you are using technology, at the same time there is an engagement that is done with the child. So what is the solution that you have built?
Yeah. So in 2015, we were actually having an offline screening, which we went to schools and we kind of had a list of special educators and list of volunteers and all getting in and kind of going to different schools to do screening and so on. That itself took about 6 months for us. So that we always wanted to strive it to make it more lesser time. And past 2 3 years, it has been a very good opportunity for us because this screening has converted to be an app because we didn't have any other go because schools were all shut and still now it is continuing to be shut. So that way we have used an app based solution which is a 4 step process. A parent whoever has a doubt or a teacher whoever has a doubt having a kid or teaching a kid having reading writing difficulty, they can get into our D-Learners parent app to start the process of identifying the child whether the children are having this difficulty or not. So in this 4 step process, we involve the school teacher if the child is coming through the school, or a direct parent if the child is coming directly through a social media or referrals. And after that, we involve the child and we involve a special educator in the same platform. So there is no need for a parent to go to pillar to post to find who should be the special educator to screen me and so on. That way, this is a very easier process. Because of digitalization of the whole process, we are now pan India. We can a teacher who is a special educator who is very qualified sits in Bangalore or Chennai or Kolkata, but a child can be in somewhere in down south or somewhere up north. So that bridging has wonderfully allowed us to scale more. Presently, we have done about in this pandemic we have done about 370 screenings from Kashmir to Bhutan to here, few children in Kerala and everywhere pan India. I think so.
No, that's very good. Screening is the first part, right? Once you have screened and if you can catch it early, then at least both the teacher and the parent are aware that the child has some challenges. What next? What does Blink do, and how do you leverage technology to help support post screening and identifying that the child has a disability?
Yeah. So post screening is the screening. One major factor what we are doing is we are breaking the stigma around it. We are breaking the accessibility around it. That is, it is accessible to the end parent to actually take up more easier. And the next part is the intervention part. So the intervention is once the child has gone through this 4 steps, we give the parent a proper explanation and a counseling on where all the child can improve, where all the child is very good at, or something like that, wherein it's a 30 minutes to 60 minutes call to make sure we are sensitizing the parent, saying that your child is not dumb. Because my in my case also, my parents thought I am not good. And a common phrase in schools or in any place, if you see, we label these children as slow learners. Actually, they are not slow. As I am talking to you, I don't think so I am slow. But anyways, so but that is the whole thing about educating the parents is the first big barrier we break through. Then after that, we tell them that these tuitions do not help. uh, again rote learning of the same subject matter might not help the children, because the core skills is not good for them. Like the reading writing, the core skill itself is not coming through across to them. So what we do is we educate the parents, saying that there is a VAKT approach to it, visual, auditory, kinesthetic and tactile approach to it, and we have a portal which actually a child can join in from their own app, or their own phones or their own computers. For through a Teams call only we arrange the sessions, and we also give them a remote access to the child. A special educator, we call that as a blended session, and the blended session will be allied with all the resource materials what we have, wherein a child can click on the screen and make it more interactive. And this is not about 40 is to 1, it is 1 is to 1, or maximum it can be 1 is to 2. So which means the child will have full attention from the teacher, and the teacher also will not go to the whole world to search for the resource materials. So she has a platform wherein she can grab whatever is required for the child, and that is something we call it as personalized education plan. So that is already predefined. So when the child is joining the call and the teacher is joining the call itself, the teacher will know what is already covered and what to be covered. So there is no war between the teacher and the child, and it's like the teacher also does not only do this, no, they do other things too. So everything is more seamless, and after the whole session is over, we also use this VAKT app to allocate app based games to the child, which means the homework is actually made very interactive for the child to complete the work, and that data again goes to the teacher. And we also send them live worksheets. Finally, they should somewhere write on a paper. So that time, whatever they write on a paper through this VAKT app, we kind of scan it and send it back to the teacher for her viewing and for her analysis. So every 24 classes, we also do graded reading assessments and so on, to make sure what level the child is and what level the child is progressing or not progressing. So it becomes very transparent for the parent, because every session is recorded and the parent can see. So usually that is always the hidden fact, no. A remedial education is always very complicated for a parent to understand, and the teacher will say your child will improve, but the parent will never see an improvement. The parent will only see a feeling that my child is interested now, but my child is not still studying. But the teacher will have he is studying CVC words, he is studying magic keywords, but the parent might not really understand what is magic key or what is CVC. But if only there is a recording where the parent can also see more, we are creating a transparency both for the child and for the parent, and the teacher more technology to kind of empower their reach.
Got it. Arun, you've been Blink Foundation, it was started in 2015. How many children have is there a child that you've been working with for the past 6 years that as a result of Blink, you've seen the growth in that child and their learning, so much more enhanced as a result of engaging with Blink?
Yeah, it's not a child. We have made about 37 children pass out 10th and 12th using an iOS board, because the school would not kind of, they might not pursue the mainstream schools, but they will do an iOS board to complete their 10th and 12th. That is one set of students. But 180 students we have who have finished our whole program within their school itself. They have completed 10th and so on, but they have not gone to, a few children have gone to 12th, but it's a mix of 180 students. About 75 students would have gone past 10th presently, and now presently studying 12th or something like that.
That's fantastic. You know, you really made such a big difference, not just to the children, but the families of the children. How many children in India do you believe have learning disabilities?
It's about 10% in every school.
Wow. So
So that's actually a huge number, and because of this pandemic, it's also increased because there's also an element of ESL, English to be a second language. Because of this online 2 years of primary education has really got hampered because there is no much learning for the children. So this 10%, in my assumption, it would have been increased.
Great. So, what do you see as the support that Blink Foundation needs? This is my last question to you. And in terms of being able to grow, what is the one area that you could do with more support?
That I should first thank. I got through Microsoft. I got through to meet Manju, who is the country head for CSR initiative. So through we have pitched to her saying that can we partner with Microsoft partnered schools to do the screening, at least to make sure that all schools, all the children are having that right platform to be identified early. That's the best way we can actually start it, and it is totally free. We do not cost anything, so that way we are able to reach that right parent and the right child through and another big support you all Microsoft or Accenture can do is we do corporate webinars. So if there is an opportunity to do a corporate webinar pan India for Microsoft and Accenture, it will be a 1 hour session. It will become very interesting for any parent to know. Why? Because we believe that every 1 in 5 children are having the problem, means 1 in 5 parent also is having a kid having this issue. So in
Sure.
that way, it is not only it does not only occur in government schools. It does not only occur in IGSE board schools or IB board schools. It occurs to every child. So in that way, that kind of support would be really enlightening parents as employees in big companies like this to reach out. That way, they can also actually give out the word more bigger to other people, because we do not have big budgets to do a American or Shah Rukh Khan ad, but we can do something like this.
All right. All the best, Arun, and keep on this journey. I think this is a very, very important area of support that children, with learning disabilities have, and we're here to support you through your journey. Good luck.
Thank you, Latika.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.